Happy Monday. Welcome to the Healing She Got Faith Talk Show. This is Lily, your founder of Healing She Got Faith, and of course, your host for the Healing She Got Faith Talk Show. So, welcome. If you have been following us for a while, I want to thank you. If you're new here, welcome. This is the Faithers community. Healing She Got Faith was created for adults who are dealing with grief, adults who need to be told that it's okay to feel. We're also working with people who are on their self-love journey. Okay, so if that is you, I want you to feel at home, and I want you to know that like you have a community, you have a place. So welcome. If you have been here for a while, you will notice we are no longer on the radio platform. So, starting in July, we are just on our podcast platform and YouTube. We may or may not be on a different radio platform in the future, but for right now, we will no longer be on that radio platform. They used to air every Monday on their platform. So you can still catch us every Monday at 3 p.m., but it will be in podcast platforms. We're on Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Red Circle, Anchor. I think that's it. You can always check out social media. It has a list of everywhere you can find us. YouTube, for those of you who like to put a face to the voice, we're definitely on YouTube. You can see my non-editing skills on YouTube. So yes, just be sure to subscribe to the show so you know anytime we air, anytime we release. So there will be no more replays as far as like things being released on Tuesday. It will strictly just be catch us every Monday at 3 p.m. on any of those platforms. Okay. So if you are new here today, we will do our icebreaker. So for every show, regardless if it's with me or if it's with a guest, I do the same icebreaker, even if I go to conferences and things of that nature. Um, we pick a card, it's an affirmation card, and we talk about if it resonates. I have different decks of cards, they're all affirmation based, and we read them and we see if it resonates. Okay, so today I picked from the dream card deck and I picked from the self-care wisdom cards deck. All right, so from the dream card, the first card, which I am going to be honest, I'm pretty sure I've read this card before because this actually fell out of the self-care wisdom card, and I was like, oh, well, if it fell out, it must want me to read it. So I'm pretty sure there's probably a recent episode where I read this card. But nevertheless, we are going to read it and we're going to reflect on it today. So it says, things often don't work out as planned. Let things appear just as they do and be sure to notice how they unfold perfectly. And then from the self-care wisdom cards, it says change courses. I don't know. Y'all probably can't see that. Change courses. And then it says a closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. So I think both of these cards go together perfectly. Two different decks. I definitely believe they go together. Things often don't work out as planned. Let things appear just as they do and be sure to notice how they unfold perfectly. A closed door is an invitation from life to move in an even better direction. It's time to change course. So my life has been unfolding. I've taken different directions, as you all just heard. I'm no longer on that radio platform anymore. Um, Things has to change. Certain things were just not working for me. I had to change courses. There have been friendships, there have been relationships that I've had to change courses. I envision my life at the age of 30 looking a lot differently than what it does right now. That has been an adjustment. I'm not saying it's terrible, but I'm not saying I'm completely happy with it. However, I am becoming more comfortable with the fact of like, okay, things didn't work out, but we are going in the direction that we're supposed to. And so, as I've been on this healing journey, which today we're definitely going to talk about that, as I've been on this healing journey, I've just realized blinders are coming off. I'm realizing that There are certain things that I ignore. There are certain things that have happened, that I'm at a place where there's some stuff that is no longer acceptable. And so, as these both cards tell us, like, it's time to change courses, watch things unfold perfectly, watch things unfold the way they're supposed to unfold. Okay. So, this was a word for me today because prior to this, I was in therapy, just telling my therapist about revelations I was having, because we've been doing a lot of work. We've been doing a lot of inner child work, a lot of family origin work. We've been addressing a lot of my insecurities. We've been addressing a lot of things that I've just never spoke about. And a lot of times I did not speak about it because I just didn't feel heard. I didn't feel that you were actually listening to me. Okay. There was always this fight for attention. Like, yo, look at me. I'm here. Remember me? Like, hey, I'm here. As I've gotten older and I've realized I've been doing this since I was a child, I've had to step back and allow people to miss me, allow people to realize, like, yo, you missed out on your blessing. You weren't ready for what I was bringing to the table. You weren't ready for what you prayed for. Okay? Because the thing is, I'm ready. I love authentically. I love people. I am so much worried about your healing and your self love, probably more than you are. And that's a God given gift. Okay. And so, because of my heart, because of just things that have been there, I have been hurt a lot by people that I love. I have loved people authentically, not expecting anything in return. But just because I don't require a lot does not mean give me the bare minimum. And that's for business. Emphasis on the business, okay? Emphasis on the business partners. Emphasis on these people who want to say, like, hey, we got you. No, you got your check. You got your money. You don't have me, okay? Emphasis on you got to set boundaries and you got to advocate for yourself, because people will take advantage of what they see in you. And that is a learning lesson at the age of 30 that I hope somebody else, one, you can learn it before I did. And two, somebody else comes to the conclusion that, you know what? I don't have to settle for less. Because you don't. You don't have to settle for less. You don't have to settle for anything that anybody gives you because they gave it to you. Okay? You don't have to do that. Life causes us to change trajectories. Okay? Life causes us to go left when we want it to go right. And we have to be okay with change. We have to be okay with, this didn't work out, but I'm going to make the best of the situation. This goes with healing. The only way to heal is to feel. The only way to heal is to feel. A lot of times we try to play this strong. I got to be strong. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm not going to pay no mind. They don't know what they missing, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. You can be tough. You can put on that facade, but your heart gonna let you know where you at. Your body gonna tell you. You out here trying to live your best life, and the whole time you dying on the inside. But what I'm here to tell you is you don't got to. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to cuss. Allow yourself to feel that pain. You want to drink? Go ahead and drink. I'm not saying be tipsy and become an alcoholic, but I am saying that if you having one of those days, it's been a long day, you want to come home, you want to make yourself a cocktail, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't turn it into a habit, but that's why we need accountability partners. That's why we need people. That's why we need our village. There's days where I text my cousin, I text a group of my friends and be like, today is just a really hard day. And sometimes they say, okay, what's wrong? Or sometimes they say, I'm really sorry. Or sometimes they say, Lisa, I don't know what you're going through, but I want you to know I love you. I had a friend text me last night, talking some, today was just a really shitty day. It was just a really shitty day. And I couldn't physically be there for my friend, but I checked in like, hey, I'm really sorry I couldn't physically be there, but I want to check in with you. How you feeling? Can I do anything for you tomorrow? Can I do anything? And the friend replied back. I was like, I appreciate that. I really appreciate you like being concerned, because I knew I couldn't do anything right then and there, but I knew the least I could do is check in, right? But the point being, change is gonna happen. It might be times to change course. Plans didn't work out, but at the end of the day, all of that is okay. All of that is okay. But it's how we handle it. In order to heal, we have to feel. So I want you to think about, is there a different direction that you have to take? Are you allowing that direction to happen? Allow yourself to feel, baby. Allow yourself to feel. Woo, that was a deep introduction. And if you're here today, baby, that is what you have to expect. Like, that is what we're doing. We are coming in, we are knocking doors down. If y'all listened to last week's episode with Marvin McQueen II, like, he came in, I'm knocking in doors. That's what we're doing. We're knocking in doors, baby. We want to heal. We see a healed world, a healing society. That's what we want. That's what we see. A lot of us would be so much better if we just allowed ourselves to heal. That's what we want to do. This is what we need, okay? So let's jump right into it, y'all. After 12 minutes of me talking. Okay, so if you've been following me, you know that in April I joined a 6-month healing challenge that I found off of TikTok, and I found it from two creators. So I declared in April I was gonna do this healing challenge. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna talk about month 4, because we're now in month 4, but I'm also gonna give you all a reflection of all the months up until this point, and kind of give you a rundown of how I've been dealing with things, just a reflection, okay? So month 4, July, is the month of peace. We are focusing on peace, okay? So this week, you're hearing this on July 11th. In 2 days, I am going to Mexico, okay? I am going to Mexico for my first out of the country conference. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm speaking on the power of grief at a women's conference, okay? So you are hearing this the week that I am gone. So when you come back, you are going to hear an episode of me reflecting. Actually, you may not actually hear. I might pre-record for the following week. But the last Monday of July, you will probably hear a reflection of the trip. I think y'all gonna get a pre-recorded episode for the following week, because I ain't trying to stress myself out. But with that being said, we are knocking down doors. I just keep saying that we are knocking down doors. Because at the end of the day, it is now my time, and I believe that. But I also believe that I've been learning a lot, and I need to be at peace. I need to be at peace with things. I need to be accepting of things. I need to realize that I have a lot going on. I have a lot going for me, my business. Things took a different change. I do have to go a different route for a couple different things that's happening right now. I have to. I have no choice. So the month of July, we're focusing on peace. I want to be at peace with everything that's going on. I want authentic peace. I want to see exactly what it is that I'm doing. I want to embrace the change. There are certain things that I want, but I have to be at peace. Right now, I am yearning for peace. Okay, so let's start with month 1. So month 1 was just healing. I saw this challenge. I loved it. I liked it. I listened to it. So one lady, she did a 6-month healing challenge, and I keep going back to her page, and every month she she basically has like a template that I kind of went off of. Like, I created my own way. I did it on Google Doc, but every month she kind of updates it. But she started with, like, the next 6 months, challenge yourself to see like where you are. So I like that. Then there was another lady who she did a 21-day healing challenge, and every day she updated about her healing. And I loved it. I don't have the attention span to do social media every day. I don't have the attention span to record and stuff like that every day. I wish I did. I'm trying to get better at it. Follow me on TikTok. I've been more active on there. So, but anyways, I took their platforms, ideas, templates, however you want to call it, and I created my own. And so each month I gave myself a theme. So month one was just healing. What I wanted to do was like, what did I want to heal from? What was authentic healing to me? What what was it that I wanted? So like, what did I want to heal from? What did I want? How was I going to heal? And what is healing? Like everybody is talking about this. Heal, 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 self-care, self-love. What is it? I had to figure that out for myself. Like, what did that look like for me? So month one, I traveled a lot. I went to like 3 different places. I really took month one very seriously because I was like, I am ready to heal. Blinders started coming off as soon as I said I was going to heal. I was hurting. I was crying. I was letting people go. It was a lot, y'all. Like it was a lot, and that was only month one. By the end of month one, I was like, "Yo, I'm starting to see patterns in myself. I'm starting to see these things, these blinders come off. I'm just starting to see a lot of stuff that I just did not see prior to me being serious about this." And so month two came. So month one, I realized what I wanted to heal from. I realized like what I was looking for. And therapy, I started going to therapy like 2 to 3 times a week. I just started doing things differently. I started back journaling. I even started back praying. Oh my God, like it was just a lot. So month two came, and I was just like, a lot of my issues come from a lack of discipline, money issues, relationships, all types of stuff. And so in month one, I realized I don't have any boundaries with myself, with people, with work. Like I don't have any boundaries. Like I need to work on this. And so month month two came. And while month two came, I was realizing that like my place in some people's life just it just didn't matter. Like people can tell you they care about you, but they don't make you a priority. They don't show that they care about you. And anytime you bring it up, yeah, they're sorry, but like nothing is changing. So are you really sorry? It was rough, y'all. So I had to make the executive decision to walk away. And I've talked about this in other episodes, but I had to make a very difficult decision to walk away from one of my favorite people in the world. And I talked about it last week about how I did walk away from him, and maybe it wasn't necessarily because he was toxic, but like maybe I wasn't ready. And as I explore the situation more, I keep uncovering just different things that I had blinders on, and for him and for myself, And I think for me, it was I don't think that person is actually toxic. I don't think that person is bad. I don't think that person is an evil person. I just don't think that person was my person. And I was looking for a relationship. I was looking for love, and I wanted to be shown that I was a priority. And he could not give that to me because he didn't want it from me. And I think a lot of times, actually, I'm not even gonna group me, and I'm just gonna talk about for myself. A lot of times for me, I'm begging for attention. Like, hey, like, watch me do this. Like, hey, watch me do this. And even though I genuinely want to do it for you, and even though I genuinely love that I'm doing it, and I'm not asking for anything back. All I'm asking for is love and loyalty back because that's what I want. So I'm finding in myself that I'm doing to other people what I've always wanted to be done to me, but they're not doing for me what I want them to. Matter of fact, I'm getting ignored. I'm getting left on a back burner. And so I'm not attracting the type of people that really want to invest in me, that really want to see. And so as I'm going through this healing challenge, I'm realizing like, yo, like your little girl needs to be healed. Like you have all this stuff, and I'm being very vulnerable because a lot of times people, girl, you got you got that messed up, you deserve better, and blah blah. But it's so much deeper than that, y'all. It's so much deeper. It's so much deeper, because the thing about it is we can act all tough and we can act like that don't hurt us and we would never do this and you would never do that. But at the end of the day, if you haven't truly healed, which up until this point I have not taken my healing journey seriously, like I thought I could be out here and be a city girl and be all tough and live this casual life with these men, and it did not work out for me because I love hard, y'all. I love hard. And it's not just for men, it's for friends too. It's for friends, it's for businesses. Like, baby, I am dedicated. When I sign up for you, baby, I sign up for your life. Okay. And so that was hard to deal with. Again, I don't think that person was a bad person. Matter of fact, that person was very honest with me from day one. But I made up a story in my head. I made up a story in my head and I wasn't listening when this person was telling me the truth. I had a lack of boundaries. So whereas when this person told me the truth, I should have said, you know what? I appreciate you for telling me the truth, but this is not what I'm looking for. I should step away now before I get hurt. I did not do that. That was a lack of boundaries. That was a lack of discipline. So when month two came of discipline, and I had to finally make the decision to walk away, I was hurt. I was devastated. I'm still devastated. Like, I was just talking to my therapist about, like, okay, this actually hurts me more than what I thought it did. And I have to be honest with myself because I'm actually hurt. Like, I'm actually hurting. Like, I'm physically hurting at this point. So along with discipline came working out, and it came my relationship with food. So I did start working out. I joined a program. I had an accountability partner, and I did start like doing all that or whatever. And I love how my body is coming. I mean, shout out to this heartbreak at 30, because I should have told the guys to like break my heart earlier. My body is coming together, y'all. Um, that's actually probably not funny, but it is kind of funny. But I started exercising, I started eating. I'm also going through a heartbreak, so my body is changing too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love how my body is changing. Like I said, I'm definitely giving 50% of the credit to this heartbreak. Um, but being consistent and working out. And so one of my rules was, okay, I am going to start working out, but I'm going to be realistic. So whereas most people would start trying to work out 5 days a week, I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to work for me. I am definitely going to only do 2 days a week and 30 minutes a day. So I was actually doing 3 days, and then one of the days got cut, not for me, but for the other person. But I was just like, okay, well, maybe that's a good thing, because I don't want to overdo it. Like, I don't want working out to be stressful. Like, I want it to be a stress reliever. I want it to be something that I look at just differently. I want a different relationship with working out. So I started doing that. Then month three came. And so when month three came, I wanted to focus on being intentional about me. Okay, what does Lisa need? What is it that we need to focus on? What is it? So like, we learned what we need to heal from. We're practicing discipline, but like, let's be intentional. Like, discipline is not going to work unless we're intentional. So I started to work on, like, what do I need? And a lot of that was like, you need to allow yourself to feel. You need to allow yourself to cry. You need to allow yourself this pain. Like, you need to be honest with where you're at, Lisa. Like, you have to do this. And so when it came to discipline, like, I just started to notice, like, the way I was doing this workout program, I didn't like it. Like, I'm forcing myself because there's accountability, but at the end of the day, like, it's not really what I wanted. It's not really what I was looking forward to. It was just different stuff. And so I started, and even in business, y'all, like, in business, I'm like, okay, well, like, obviously healing is a holistic thing. It's not just self, but like, your business, especially if you're an entrepreneur, is a reflection of who you are. I firmly believe that it's a reflection of what you're going through. And so with that, I had to be honest with where I was in some of my business relationships. Like, hey, like, you are not keeping up your end of the bargain. Like, you're getting paid monthly for me, but like, my business is going nowhere. Like, what's up with that? Or, hey, like, things are getting messed up and nobody's taking accountability, and I'm sitting here watching my brand get messed up, but nobody's taking responsibility. Nobody is sending out apologies. I had depended on people and missed important deadlines, like not just deadlines that like, okay girl, like we'll just put you back. Like no, like if you miss these deadlines, ain't no making up. Your brand isn't being affected by this. My brand is. So having to have those difficult conversations, like I'm not happy with your service. Like you're saying we're friends, you're saying that you support, you love, but you're literally not doing anything for my brand. But you steady getting a monthly check from me. That's not okay. And I'm not some type of person that you can just walk over. So I had to be intentional with myself. Be intentional with like, how do you feel in this moment? What are you looking for? Do we need to change directions? And a lot of the times the answer was yes. I had to learn what being intentional meant. I had to relearn that because I think a lot of times we think we know something, and then when it comes face to face, we really don't. It's a life lesson. Um, so I had to learn what it was that being intentional meant for me. What does being intentional with Lisa look like? So I had to check in with myself. There was a lot of stuff, y'all. So I did a lot of crying. Thus far, month 3 has been the hardest because I had to be 1,000% honest with myself. I could not put on a facade. I could not fake the funk. I could not lie. I couldn't do anything. I had to be honest with myself, which in turn allowed me to be honest with the other people around me because at that point, like, there's nothing. Okay. So I was allowing myself to feel. I was being very intentional with myself. And so as I'm trying to gear up, like, okay, what's month 4 going to be like? Am I just going to continue being intentional? I realized as I was in prayer, because I started back journaling and I started back like praying regularly, I realized that like, I was listening to some podcasts actually. I'm a big podcast head and I've been reading a lot, y'all. So I realized that I'm going to Mexico this week. I'll be there for a week and I'm speaking on grief. I'm preparing for my presentation and I'm just doing a whole bunch of stuff. But I started hearing people who had actually been going to Mexico, had just traveled to Mexico. I was hearing different perspectives, but the common theme was peace. Like people, like even there was a podcast talking about how she went and it wasn't the best trip, but like she took it as a healing trip. So even though it didn't go nowhere near as she planned, she sat there and was like she made the best of it because again things always unfold, things don't always go as planned, which is fine, we're learning that. But she talked about how she took it as a healing trip, she took it as a long time, even her husband and kids was there, but she still took that time to really invest in herself. And so as I'm hearing these different things, and of course I'm like, this is so weird, like everybody's talking about Mexico, I'm about to go to Mexico, and I'm like, oh, this is my sign, Lisa. Like, yes, you're going for a work trip, but this is also going to be a healing trip. You are going to be healing. There are going to be some breakthroughs, but the only way to receive these breakthroughs is to take the time to actually feel it. You have to be at peace with what you don't have control over. So I'm hearing all this stuff. I'm in prayer. I'm journaling. I'm like, you know what? This is a work trip, but it's definitely going to be um it's definitely going to be a peace trip. I am going to be at peace. I'm going to release something. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have an opportunity. I don't know what Mexico is going to bring for Healing She Got Faith. I am praying it brings something that I never even expected it to bring, honey. But at the end of the day, I know it's going to bring peace. And that is what I'm looking forward to. So we are currently in month 4. Obviously, I don't have a reflection. It's only 11 days into this peaceful month. So when you guys hear my reflection of Mexico, the last Monday of this month, you also hear a reflection of month 4. So I hope I have some really good things going, like, to share with y'all then. So that's all I had today, y'all. Honestly, with me just being on the podcast platforms and YouTube, my shows will probably be a little less shorter. I don't really like talking for a lot. So I kind of like the shorter shows. So the shows will probably be a little less shorter. I'll still do the intro, then I'll do whatever topic we're speaking about, and then I'll do housekeeping. And then you all follow me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever else. Follow me on all those platforms. So housekeeping. So I have about 20 signed book bundles that I would love to sell. So if you have not got a signed copy of Everyone Has a Story, you can get the book bundle or you could just buy the book. I'm always I'm always an advocate of the book bundle because you get the planner, you get the guided journal, and the novel, and they all work together. It is $45. Go ahead, go to the website HealingSheGotFaith.org. Order your signed copy of the book bundle. You cannot get a signed copy anywhere but my website. Okay, we are on Amazon Kindle. Our audiobook is coming out soon, but I am the only one that has the signed copies. Okay, we have new journals. We have the Healing She Got Faith journal. It's not a guided journal, it's just your regular journal. We have a couple of I think it's called Boss Lady, Boss Power journals. So those journals come with a bookmark, a pen, and your journal. We also will be launching Healing He Got Faith. I'm so excited. This is for my fellas. I got something for you, okay? So I do have Healing He Got Faith limited edition journals, all right? We also have our online bookstore that is open 24/7. You can find majority of books on there. There's also an audio and an ebook version on there. It's through Bookshop. But you can now go to my website. All you have to do is click on go to the homepage. All you have to do is click on the bookshop button and it will take you right to there. And y'all order your books, order your cards. Yes, start shopping there. Our blog releases every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. I think we missed one week, but that was by accident. Sorry, y'all. But every week we will be releasing our blog. The blog is my baby. That is how Healing She Got Faith started off as. It started off as a blog. Okay, y'all. So that was housekeeping. And that's pretty much all I got for y'all. I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every listener and follower. Without you, we would literally not exist, y'all. So I love you. I want you to go out today. Love you the way you love the world. Enjoy your Monday. Or if you're not listening to this on a Monday, enjoy your day. It don't matter when you listen to this. Enjoy your day. I love you. It's Lily, your self-love advocate, the host of your show, and the founder of Healing She Got Faith. I love you. Happy Monday. Love you the way you love the world. Bye.